everybody, and welcome to Goss Sports Talk. I'm your guest, Jeff Goss, and we're going to go ahead and break down the Stanley Cup Finals. That's right, 2013 Stanley Cup Finals. What an amazing series. Chicago Blackhawks would face the Boston Bruins. Chicago, having all that speed, would face this big, giant team with skill at the same time. And everybody would say, would that size overtake the Blackhawks? Well, Game 1 would happen, and the Blackhawks would take Game 1, and then in Game 2, Boston would go ahead and get the split going back to Boston. And then Boston would win Game 3. You're thinking they're going to go up 3-1. In Game 3, they used all their size and really took that game over and won that game. But in Game 4, the Blackhawks would come back and win. It would be 2-2 going to Chicago. Chicago would use their amazing speed and tenacity and get past them in Game 5. And then coming to Game 6, what would happen? Well, held down the entire series practically. Toews did not do a whole lot. He was very physically manhandled by Zdeno Chara, the one Zdeno Chara. The man stands 7 foot on skates. Let me talk about a load. This is someone to take on. I've seen him throw Blackhawks around like rag dolls. If you watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. And he wouldn't be the only physical player. The rest of the team would come behind him and do the same thing. Now, Toews would be held down a lot during this series. But in Game 6, Jonathan Toews showed up like the captain he is. And he really reminded me of Steve Yzerman, the person who he idolized. Steve Yzerman would always will his team to a win. And this time, Jonathan Toews would do the same. Jonathan Toews would get the puck going in on a breakaway using Kaner. That's right, using Patrick Kane as a screen. And perfect shot, 5-hole. And score a goal to keep the game tied at 1-1. And then going into the third period, toward the end of the period, Boston would score. This was a very defensively contested game, and Boston would score, making it 2-1. And you were thinking we're going back to Chicago. But Chicago would keep working hard and keep winning battles for pucks. And in the end of the game, with about 1:26 left in the game, Jonathan Toews would will his team to tie the game. He would take the puck from Kane. Actually, he would lift the defenseman's stick, get the puck back, come out off the side of the net, make a perfect pass to the front of the net. To who? That giant Brian Bickle, who will be a future NHL star. And he'd make a perfect shot with a perfect feed from Jonathan Toews, and it would be 2-2 with less than a minute left in the game. Now everybody would think this is going to go to overtime and we're going to see probably a Game 7. But the Blackhawks would come out with so much energy in the next minute, actually in the next seconds. They would get back on the ice, the face-off would happen, Kaner would bring the puck in, bring it all the way into the zone, get control, come to the corner, be playing in front of the net, and then he would pass it off. The puck would be passed off, and it would go to the point, and the point man would get the puck, shoot the puck on net, and Frolik, that's right, Frolik would make a perfect deflection, leaving the puck laying in front of the net. And Boland, that's right, playoff Boland. That's right, it's not always a star, it's an unsung hero. And let me tell you folks, Boland is not an unsung hero in my eyes. This guy is a great third liner, fourth liner, whatever line he's on. And he would get the puck, and he would look like a kid going after a piece of candy. And he would go crazy to get to the puck, chipping the puck past Tuukka Rask, and scoring and making it 3-2. And I'm telling you, this was pandemonium. In the next few seconds, Boston would have nothing. And the Chicago Blackhawks would go on to win the Stanley Cup in 2013. Jonathan Toews would lift the cup, and the Conn Smythe Trophy winner would be Patrick Kane. That's right, Patrick Kane had a great series, but he would also tell people how he felt, and he would let you know what was on his mind, and he wanted the goaltender, Corey Crawford, to win the Conn Smythe. What a humble guy. Well, the Blackhawks would do it. Everybody thought they were going to do it. They were expected to do it. And that's what makes them an amazing team. If you can win the Stanley Cup when you're expected to, you are the team to beat. And this could be a dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I'm Jeff Goss, and keep your eyes on the sports.